Hello, this is High Templar. Welcome back to my Total War Warhammer news. And today we have more news about Norska. This is actually the stream that was supposed to be last week, but it just happened. Just ended right now. And I have some very nice screens for you and a surprise. Because we will also reveal to you the free LC, which was most people expected what that could be, but I will explain that later. First, go into Norska. There was a reveal of the actual stats for the Norska, although they can change in the next 2 weeks, because it's still 2 weeks to the release. We can see that the general team for those guys, and starting from the Wolfric himself, he is, he has a decent health of 4600, an armor of 100 and shielded, 75 leadership, 35 speed on foot, which is nice, right? But then it starts to get crazy, because he also have 70 melee attack, 50 defense, 490 non-armor piercing, and 50 charge bonus on foot. So, is he overpowered? Not really, no. Not at the moment, because he's a duelist. That means his attack is not affecting as many people as, say, Karl Franz. So, were he to attack the infantry unit, Karl Franz would deal more damage. However, if he is against Karl Franz, then Karl Franz is going down pretty fast. And there are additional stuff about him, because we've seen some of the skills, some of the abilities that the Norscan units have, and I will show you that in a moment. Then we have Trog, who is another legendary lord, as you can see, with 7600 health and regeneration and frostbite, meaning that he can actually run away, because whoever will attack him will have half of his speed. And his speed is 56, so yeah, he will run away. It's pretty amazing, only 55 armor, but still if you compare it to Kolek, it is nice. And then he has 60 attack with a frostbite, 60 attack, 50 defense, 495 damage, armor piercing and anti-large, and again 50 charge bonus, although you cannot put him on any mount, so that is a minus, but he's still a very powerful combatant. Very, with this armor piercing and anti-large and this amount of health, he is a really good lord. Now, then we have very interesting field. This is Filmir Balefield, and those guys are hybrids. And imagine, this is a wizard who has 4800 health, 65 armor, so he would be similarly resistant as, say, Chaos Warriors wizards who have heavy armor. His 60 leadership, which is decent, 54 speed, melee attack and defense very small, but he does have armor sundering and magical attack. Then he have weapon strength of 400 and armor piercing and 25 charge bonus on foot, while being a pretty big guy. So what I mean is that this is a caster that if you charge him, he will be doing a lot of damage, and I mean a lot of damage, for a short period of time while the charge bonus is working, because after that his melee attack will drop to the point where he will no longer be a viable combatant. But still, main thing about him that he's actually a caster, so I wouldn't worry about that. Then we have War Mammoth, and this is one of the upgraded versions. We know that we will have 4 versions of Mammoth, and it's pretty crazy here, because it has more than 13,000 health and 70 armor. 70 leadership, which is nice, 56 speed, which is also nice. Low melee attack and defense, fine, but with 525 damage, armor piercing and anti-infantry. And the anti-infantry would play a big role with this melee attack, upping the melee attack a lot if he's fighting infantry, and then charge bonus of 80. So after the charge, he's absolutely annihilating everything. And then he has, he has lots of ammo, but those would be javs with 90 range, 35 damage and anti-large. Anti-large 15, by the way, you will see that. So, yeah, I mean, there is only 5 guys throwing those javelins on this war mammoth. But still, they will be doing some damage. Yeah, so there we have Frostworm, who is, yeah, you know, like decent, really magical damage and frostbite, but 4500 health, 70 armor, nothing great, speed of 90, which what you expect from a flying unit, low attack and defense for such a beast, 450 damage, armor piercing, which is nice, and charge bonus of 57, which is also nice. That means if you charge this guy, it will do a lot of damage, and this is something that will be very, very important to the Norsca. They will be playing like you've played the barbarian factions in Rome 2, or like you played actually most factions in Attila. The charging will be a lot more important on doing the right charging than in other factions. And that also means that those guys will be, for the right microing person, would be very, very powerful indeed. We don't know prices yet, I mean not all of them, but I will show you some. Then we have Skin Wolves, Anti-Large, Frenzy Regeneration, with 24 guys in a unit and 6700 health. You can imagine that those guys will be able to regenerate quite a lot. They don't have the best stats, so this is only 15 armor, 60 leadership, but they are very fast. Melee attack and defense very low, but 60 armor with 60 weapon strength for 24 unit is very nice, with additional weapon, with additional anti-large bonus and charge bonus of 30 will make those guys very, very powerful indeed, especially that those guys also have, as you can see, physical resistance. So yeah, and they also have frenzy. Marauder Berserkers not only has frenzy and rage, but also berserk. There is only 100 of them in the unit, but 15 armor, but 8600 health makes them very, very powerful unit. At 70 leadership is also making them very, very powerful unit indeed. They have very decent speed for an infantry unit. They will be able to catch most of the other foot units. And then they have melee attack of 40 and melee defense only of 18, weapon strength of 52 and charge bonus of 30. So they will be dropping pretty fast, but you have to remember that the longer those guys fight, the more powerful they will be. And I will also show you how this ability works exactly, but you can imagine if you can cycle charge those guys very fast, you need to be very fast not to lose this combat bonus, and attack in the flank and in the back of a unit for them to build up their range. They will be very, very dangerous indeed. Marauder champions would be elite infantry for the Norscans, 100 guys, 7800 health, which is also quite nice, but 80 armor. This is the version with the shields and axes, but there will be also a version with the great weapons. 35 speed, which is still nice for such a heavy unit, and very nice stats of 36 and 49 when it comes to the combat, with 39 weapon strength, but only 12 charge bonus, so those guys will be pretty tanky. but not as good when you charge things. Hunters, Murder Hunters, those throwing access unit, 90 of them, very low health, very low armor, very low leadership, decent speed, but I would expect more of the guys who are skirmishers. They have decent melee attack and defense, but I would not put them against anything that is like even Bretonnian swords. Well, they with those guys just because of the numbers. But they do have range of 65, throwing 8 axes with the 30 armor piercing damage, which if used correctly will be a great unit indeed. Then we have Norsca Ice Rolls, also Frostbite, 6700 health for 12 units with regeneration, you know the drill, very low leadership, very low armor, decent attack and average defense, and 102 weapon strength, but also 40 charge bonus, so charging them in and out could yield amazing results, especially that they cause frostbite, so it will be a lot easier for them to disengage from the combat. Norscan Giant is a giant, so yeah, everything is the same. Right, then we have already in a battle Wulfric and his skills, and his most important skill would be the Hunter of Champions. This is a hex working for 24 seconds, that is absolutely crazy. You can already target Lord unit, but it decreases their defense by 60, their speed by 48%, and their armor by 30, and this speed decrease is also adds up to the frostbite, so you can make every person pretty much stop where they are. And he has non-arm piercing, but he does this additional 30 minus 30 armor for the Hunter of Champions, which makes Wulfric absolutely crazy, and you can cast it in 90 seconds once more, so there is not a huge cooldown, so you can use it twice. And this guy becomes, with this skill, ultimate sniper lord. I mean, not the sniper, you cannot snipe it from afar, but you know, if you get close and personal with the enemy lord, Wulfric will kill him unless this lord name is Kolek or Durtu. Alright. Also we have a Sifang, which is a wind ability that is causing frostbite again, but also, you know, damaging. Then we have, we've seen already this guy, but I can show you, he can have, there are different spells that this guy can choose from, not really anything interesting. Now the spears. We have a Norscan unit with a spear, which is amazing. They have, this is a spear unit, so they have decent defense for a Norscan, which is 37. They have no armor, but 120 of them and 7800 health, and this bonus versus large will make them very, very powerful unit if you are facing anything that is in fact large. The Berserkers, this is the Berserk ability, if you can see here, right here. On the first stage, it will be giving additional 16 leadership. That will be 86 leadership for the Berserkers, so they will be not running away anytime soon. For stage 2, they are also getting physical resistance 22%, which is very nice indeed, and if you can get them all the way to stage 3, they will have additional 16 melee attack, so if those guys charge you, they will have pretty much 100 chance of hitting at the stage 3. So very, very powerful but squishy unit, a glass cannon indeed. Now these we can see that the wolves actually have bonus versus large of 30 and armor piercing damage of 21. So being 24 of them with 30 anti-large, they are very, very powerful against enemy cavalry. With 75 speed, they can catch pretty much anyone, which is amazing. And the frost trolls, is doing Frostbite, which is speed minus 52%. I might have already shown you, so less than half. And finally War Mammoth, as you can see, with the reload time of 7.2 seconds and bond versus launch of 15, those javelins will be doing quite a damage against most enemies that are large. Yeah, they also have bonus versus infantry of 30, which will make them melee attack 60 when they are fighting infantry, so yeah, pretty nice indeed, pretty nice. Alright, what do we have here? Yeah, just I want to show you just a shot of what will happen if those guys, if the mammoth will go and charge the, well, the mid-tier infantry. These are the squires. So, but as you can see, the just the charge almost broke the unit that was pretty heavy. I mean, that they were pretty deep in ranks. That means if you will be playing against most players, those will be much wider lines and much thinner, and the mammoth will be able to break through and charge again. Very, very dangerous indeed. Now, this is the bonus that I wanted to show you. They actually, by mistake, showed us that we are getting Regiments of Renown for the DLC factions. And I know that we are getting this for the DLC factions because we are getting them for Beastmen and Norscans, so I do not believe the Chaos Warriors and Wood Elves will be left out. But yeah, it is amazing. We can see that we will be getting here, and we also see that there will be even monstrous Regiments of Renown. Pretty nice. I like the sound of that and the look of that. Then we have also Regiments of Renown for the Norscan themselves, as you can see. For example, we will be getting some elite marauders right here. And yeah, basically with only 200 more when it comes to the price. And as you can see, there will be more and more of those Regiments of Renown units. Just a few, but 2 additional units that you will have for your infantry to pick, and at least 1 monstrous unit, and I believe there will be also some elite cav units that would only make sense. That would make all the factions play a lot better, although Norscans do seem pretty overpowered if used in the right hands, because of their amazing charge bonus on most of the units and the abilities that, if used correctly, will be crushing your opponents. And the Frostbite is a very powerful tool, especially, well, maybe not against dwarves, but pretty much any other faction would like to use their cavalry and run away and do stuff like that. So Norscan will be able to charge, focus some of the units, disallow you to use reinforcements in some parts of the battle if you are playing against them, and enable them to cycle charge you more efficiently because of the Frostbite. And this is it. I hope you like it. If you did, press like, comment if you will, and see my other videos. I'm doing some Total War Warhammer mechanics videos, mod reviews, DLC analysis and speculation videos, but also let's plays in Total War series and other games. See you later.